Long before werewolves were treated as fantasy monsters, they were considered a real and serious human condition in parts of medieval Europe. Court records from France, Germany, and Scandinavia show that people were accused, interrogated, and even executed for believing they transformed into wolves. These were not symbolic trials or theatrical performances. Judges, clergy, and doctors debated lycanthropy as a medical, spiritual, or criminal issue. Some accused individuals gave detailed accounts of when the change occurred, what they felt, and how they behaved, suggesting that belief in werewolves was deeply embedded in everyday life rather than folklore alone. One rarely discussed aspect of early werewolf belief is that physical transformation was not always required. Many historical accounts describe the change as spiritual or mental, where a person's consciousness was believed to leave the body and roam as a wolf. The human body might be found asleep, rigid, or unresponsive while the wolf traveled. This idea appears in European, Nordic, and even Slavic traditions and resembles what we now call dissociation or trance states. The werewolf in these cases was not a beast of flesh, but an altered state of identity. Contrary to popular belief, werewolves were not always feared as killers. In parts of Eastern Europe and the Baltic regions, certain communities believed that their werewolves acted as protectors of the land. These figures claimed to battle dark spirits, witches, or malevolent forces that threatened crops and livestock. Villagers might fear them, but they also relied on them. This protective role suggests that werewolves were once seen as guardians who walked a dangerous line between human society and the wild world beyond it. Many early werewolf stories also lack the rules modern audiences expect. There is little mention of full moons, silver bullets, or uncontrollable pain during transformation. Instead, becoming a wolf was often tied to rituals, curses, trauma, or deliberate acts, such as wearing animal skins or invoking certain forces. The idea that the moon triggered the change developed much later, shaped by literature and stage performances rather than ancient belief. This shows how the werewolf myth evolved over time, absorbing new symbols while losing older meanings. Some individuals labeled as werewolves may have simply been people with rare medical or psychological conditions. Disorders causing excessive hair growth, seizures, hallucinations, or extreme dissociation were poorly understood in earlier centuries. In isolated communities, unusual behavior or appearance could easily be interpreted as something supernatural. Rather than monsters, these people were often victims of fear, misunderstanding, and social panic, caught in a world without scientific explanations. The concept of humans transforming into predatory animals is not limited to wolves or Europe. Across Africa, Asia, and the Americas, stories describe people becoming hyenas, tigers, jaguars, or other powerful animals. This suggests that the werewolf is not a single myth, but a global pattern, a way humans have tried to explain violence, survival, and the thin boundary between civilization and nature. The chosen animal usually reflects the most feared predator in that region. At its core, the rare and older versions of the werewolf story are less about monsters and more about identity and control. They reflect human anxiety about what happens when instinct overpowers reason, when social rules collapse, or when people are pushed to extremes by hunger, war, or isolation. In this sense, the werewolf was never meant to be a creature of fantasy. It was a mirror, one that forced societies to confront the parts of humanity they feared most.